Hey squad, TITOBODS here. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of the highlights of the time earlier today that I was rallied by MVP. And of course, with the help of my allies, we have managed to actually fend them off and still won some merits in the process. And the best thing is we didn't really lose that much troops, and also we received these amounts of resources and speed ups. The only thing that I want to share with you guys are the amount of speed ups that we gained from this encounter. Now, most of you guys maybe are afraid to be rallied. As I've said always, as long as you know what you are doing, as long as your troops, your members are actually helping you out and reinforcing while you are being rallied, swarmed, or being zeroed, and you have the right garrison hero, the right amount of troops, or the right troops for your city. And also, if you don't know about yet the mid shield, what is what I call, it's mostly like T1, T2, T3 troops that are in your city, wherein of course those troops have less resources and less speed ups for that you will need to spend in order for you to produce them. And if you have a little bit, at least maybe a million or something of those, plus your real troops and the other T7 troops or higher, you can actually withstand mostly the penalties of being rallied or being swarmed. And in this fight in the DD, we have also the help of our troop capacity. So we have 1 million on the city, and we didn't really use all of it. We only have like a few casualties in there. So overall, I think I lost like 200k mixed with the T1s and T7s, but mostly T1s because those are mostly the first one that will actually fall. I'm showing you right now here on the screen the rally that happened. I will leave you for a few minutes and then we'll get back and analyze the results. Now that we're back, you can see those are what happened during that war, and there were a lot of other players that were rallied. I'm going to show you maybe some of them. So first off, let me show you my stats when I was rallied. So we have like 2,500,000 something, oops, I think in total in our city when this happened. And then of course our members did help us out. That's why the mixed troops here are reached 6 million. And of course, the rallying opponent, MVP, has 4,700,000 in total when they were rallying me. So I still have like 2 million remaining when we finish. The merits are almost close, really close. The lightly wounded, although the losses, they have a little bit more losses. And on our side, the losses here are merely 247k. We have like T1s in there, so it will really not reflect that much there. So you will see also, as you can see here, T1s. I have a little bit of T1s, like maybe 30% of my troops are T1s. How many deaths did we get? We got like 29k deaths. That's the deaths that we have. We have 681k eliminations, which is good. And on our enemy side, they have like 25k deaths, 25k, 22k, 20k deaths. Those are the deaths, because these are deaths. These are losses. So yeah, man. Look at Ragnar though. They're players who are Krakens. John. These are the players that are Krakens or whales. They have a lot of eliminations. Although since I am the host, I am the one being rallied, I had a better chance of getting eliminations. Okay, but since well, we are this account, as I've said, is a free to play, but we have a good Garrison. I'm going to show you my Garrison, which is also of course my Lubu still. So I was also using my Lubu in my Garrison. So as you can see, my setup is my Lubu main, and then this one and this one. So those are actually my setup. I don't really change, you know. And we did really a good job during those fights, because I think with everything that's happened, I think it really helped us out that our Garrison is set up like that. Now, another bonus that I want to show you guys is actually this one, the military supplies. So I get like 3 of this, if I'm not mistaken. I get 3 of this today. This is the 3rd one. Can I see? I think it, okay, so this one, okay, so I have 1.4k, 1.45k of 5 minutes. So we have 1,450k times 5 minutes is equal to 7,250 minutes, and then divided by 16. So we can get the hours. 120, multiply it by 24, or divided by 24. It's equal to 5 days. So we have 5 days of speed ups that we get from this one. That's the first one. This is the second one, which is higher, 2,650 speed ups. Multiplied by 5 is 13,250, divided by 60 is 220, divided by 24 hours is 9 days. So this is 9 days, total 14 days right away that we have gotten with just that fight, really. And then I think this is the third one. This is the third one of the day, and I think it's only like 3 or 4, but maybe sometimes 5, depending on the situation, I think. But I usually get like 3 only per day during fights. So we have here 2,000, which is a little bit lower. 2,000, maybe 10 times 5 divided by 60 divided by 24 is 7 days, almost 7 days. So 9 days plus 7 days is 16 days, plus 5 days is almost 21 days or more, because there is a decimal point. So let's say 27 days and a half. Sorry, 21 days. Is it 21 days? 9 plus 7 is 16 plus 5, 21 to 22 days of speed ups return, on top of your 65% troops if I have lost that much, but I didn't really lose that much. As I've said, most of those are T1s, because T1s mostly are the ones that are going to die first in the rallies, or if someone is swarming you. So you can see now you have like 22 days in return, plus of course resources in here. But for me, it's not really that important. But the most important thing here are speed ups. So sometimes I don't use these 5 minutes here, and I'm going to use them when I'm going for the MGE. So also, if you can see, I have a lot of those really in my speed ups. Okay, so I have like 24k of those 5 minutes. And I'm not saying that it's all coming from that kind of, you know, farm or a situation, but most of this are from that, because last time, remember, I was also swarmed and I was also zeroed, so I got like a lot of this. So during the DD, you can do it every day. If you can actually pull it off every day, you can get like 20 days during the war, because every day there is a war. As long as your troops can actually handle them, you can actually get this one. Especially if you were attacked by T8s and then you have lost like a massive loss of, let's say, 15k, 20k troops in just a span of a few minutes, you will receive at least one of those 3 instances. So you can actually farm like, let's say, 20 days per day times how many days is the DD, and let's say just 4 days of fighting, just 4 days, let's say. So that's actually 120 days right away, and that's just DD. How about the MEE, which, well, during the MEE you have only like 1 day fight, right? So GE has 2 days fight, so you can actually already know how much you can get from the entire season of your Stellar Dynasty. So if you're going to use it to your advantage, knowing this knowledge right now, maybe you can farm some speed ups in return to your troop deaths. Now, the good thing here is that you can get this kinds or this amounts of speed ups, number 1, plus you will have your hospital at max capacity, let's say 500k to 1 mil, because I have 1 mil troop hospital capacity right now. So how many troops will you get again? And then on top of that, you will still receive 65% after the whole fight is finished. How many troops in total do you think you will get? So in my opinion, I think you will get almost, if not all of your troops, let's say 80-90% of all the troops, including this speed ups. So if you haven't yet used the speed ups, of course you will still have, like, let's say 70% or 80%, including the hospitals that you may have that you may have lost if you haven't really used your hospitals. So sometimes I do check out my hospitals, so I don't really heal that much sometimes to know how much I will get in return. Especially the last time I was zeroed, I really did max out my hospital, plus how many troops I have lost and how many I regained from the 65% and then the remaining on my hospital. So that's how I computed it. And I think it was on our previous video wherein I was zeroed by Kratos in our live stream, remember? So I think if you want to watch that one, I'm going to leave a link also on the description so that you will see for yourself how it happened and what are the results of that zeroing. So as I've said, if you know how to save this up, you can save up, like, let's say 20 per day times 5 days here, 1 day 4 days here, 1 day on your MEE, and then 1 day on another MEE. So that's 2 days. So 6 days already, plus GE 2 days. So that's 8 days, plus your primordial conflict you can actually also get per day. So there's 3 days fight, 4 days fight, including the final battle. So that's 4 days also. So it's around like 12 times 20 days if you're gonna max it out 3 times per day. 12 days times 30 days times 20 days. Sorry, 12 days times 20 days of speed ups is around, let's say, 240 days in total of your speed ups in just one stellar dynasty, and that is like 1.5 months of waiting for those speed ups. And of course, if you didn't use any of your other training speed ups for the entirety of the season, you will get more than 1 year. I think based on this calculation, you will get more than 1 year per stellar season if you utilize getting at least 20 days per day of each of the fights. Okay, you may have lost troops, but as I've said, you will regain them also in the process. And in exchange, you will get training speed-ups that you can use in your MGE as a free-to-play player or a low spender. So maybe you can also use this to your advantage. And if this video helps you out, please don't forget to leave a like. And also, if you like this kind of content or you are new to Age of Empires Mobile, check out our channel. And if you like what you see, kindly do subscribe and also ring that bell so you will always be notified as soon as we have a new video like this one just for you guys. And speaking of the MGE, we have an MGE guide right here on screen just for you guys. Just check out in this playlist the MGE guide from day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4. And as always, squad, have a great day to everyone. This is your TITOBODS, and I will see you in the next one.